Gospel of John, Jesus performed 7 significant miracles that John refers to as signs. Each sign is meant to reveal something about Jesus. John uses the miracles of Jesus to present a roadmap for the faith journey that Christians are on. He calls Jesus' actions signs because it avoids the perception that Jesus is just a miracle worker. They point to something important about Jesus. The first sign Jesus performs takes place during a wedding celebration where a problem forms. The party is still going strong, but the wine runs out. Jesus is approached by his mother, who informs him of the situation. In response, Jesus changes an enormous supply of water into a high quality of wine. As a result of this miracle, Jesus' glory was revealed and his disciples believe in him.
Jesus, there's no more wine for the celebration.
Woman, why do you involve me? My hour has not yet come.
Do whatever he tells you to do.
Yes, I will.
Now fill the jars with water.
Here's the water.
Now take it, draw some out, and take it to the master of the banquet.
Master, here's the wine from Jesus.
Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now.
City of Capernaum, a desperate father, who also happened to be a royal official, asked Jesus to heal his sons who seemed to be on the verge of death. Jesus responded with a sort of test to determine whether the man's faith was, and he passed the test. Jesus healed the concerned father's son completely, but it was not enough to Jesus that the official's son would recover. Jesus wanted his entire family to enjoy eternal life. The result of this sign is recorded for us. He himself believed along with his entire household. After the 2 days, Jesus departed to Galilee. So when he came to Galilee, the Galileans welcomed him because they had seen all the things he had done in Jerusalem at the feast.
Son, he is near death. I need you to heal him.
Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will never believe.
Sir, come down before my child dies.
Go, your son will live.
The man took Jesus at his word and departed. While he was still on the way, his servants met him with the news that his boy was living. When they told him that the time his son got better, his father realized that this was the exact time at which Jesus had told him that his son will live. So he and the whole household believed.
Jesus' third sign in the Gospel of John takes place in Jerusalem during a Jewish festival. Jesus discovers a lame, superstitious man looking for healing near a large public pool. Jesus heals the man and instructs him to carry his mat and go. We learn much about Jesus because of this miracle, not because of the healing itself, but because he healed him on the Sabbath. The Jewish leaders did not permit healing or carrying mats on the Sabbath. A dispute breaks out, and Jesus makes the bold claim that he's the Son of God working with the Father. Now in Jerusalem by the sheep gate there is a pool called in Hebrew Bethesda, which has 5 porticos. In these lay many invalids, blind, lame, and paralyzed. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years.
Do you want to be made well?
Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. And while I am making my way, someone else steps down ahead of me.
Stand up, take your mat, and walk.
It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your mat.
The man who made me well told me to take up my mat and walk.
Who is this man that told you this?
Jesus did this to me.
Why are you doing work on the Sabbath? This is God's day. There is to be no work done.
My Father is still working. I also.
This line is important because God keeps the creation going even on the Sabbath, and therefore Jesus, who shares the divine identity, is permitted to do the same.
This story of Jesus feeding the 5,000 people is the only miracle by Jesus that is recorded in all 4 Gospels and is seen as a Eucharistic event. Jesus initiates the miracles by asking how they will feed the multitudes. The disciples' answer represents the despair that opposes faith. Philip responds with a more practical way, while Andrew responds in a sarcastic way. Jesus fed the people through the agency of his disciples. These despairing replies to initiations of faith, Philip and Andrew were both put in a position of total dependence upon the Lord in order to make this miracle happen. Also, the act of Jesus walking on water connects with this miracle as a follow-up.
Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?
It would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite.
Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish, but how far will they go among so many?
Have the people sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted.
Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world.